Can you believe this? Many wealthy people out there started with absolutely nothing. No money, no connections, no support system, and yet they succeeded. They built empires of their own. Meanwhile, some others have college degrees, stable families, even a small amount of capital, and still find themselves stuck in the same loop. Work, spend, run out of money, then start all over again. So, what's the real problem? Here's the shocking truth. It's not because you lack money, it's because you lack the right money mindset. That's exactly what Napoleon Hill, the father of modern wealth philosophy, spent his entire life proving. Mindset is the starting point of every achievement. This video will show you that you don't need a single dollar to start your journey toward wealth. What you need is the right mindset starting today. Based on Napoleon Hill's philosophy, I'll walk you through every step, every strategy to turn your inner power into real-world assets. This is not just another motivational video. It's not a dream-selling promise. Every minute of this video is a piece of the map. And if you're ready, we'll begin a journey toward financial freedom, even if you have nothing in your hands right now. Are you ready? Stick around until the end, because the final action step may completely change how you see the world and how you see yourself. The foundation of the right mindset. If you've ever thought, I can't start a business because I don't have money, you're not alone. This is one of the most common limiting beliefs. But pause for a moment, because the truth is, it's not money but mindset that is the true capital of every wealthy person. Rich people don't start with assets. They start with a completely different way of thinking. They see opportunities where others only see risks. They turn obstacles into raw material for creativity. They don't ask, how much money do I have? They ask, what value can I create? And who is willing to pay for that value? Napoleon Hill called this the wealth mindset, and it doesn't come from birth. It is the result of a conscious process of mental reprogramming, where you rewrite old beliefs, install new thinking, and begin seeing the world through the eyes of a creator, not just a reactor. People with a wealth mindset don't wait for opportunity to fall from the sky. They create it. They don't need capital to start because they know how to use their words, skills, network, and imagination as their first assets. They understand a timeless principle. You don't need money to create value. You need the right ideas and an action-oriented mindset. A simple example. Someone with no capital can start by sharing their knowledge online, building a community, and later creating digital products or collaborating with those who have capital. Meanwhile, someone with money but the wrong mindset will quickly lose it because they don't know how to turn it into sustainable cash flow. The foundation of the right mindset begins with one choice. Will you choose to see yourself as someone lacking money or as someone learning to create value from within? One choice, two paths, two completely different lives. And if you're ready to walk the path of the right mindset, then the next step is to discover the real value within you, the kind that can be transformed into income, impact, and freedom. We'll explore exactly that in the next section. Step 1. Identify your inner value. You don't need money to start, but you absolutely must know, what do you already have? When you lack financial capital, the first capital you must tap into is your internal value. That could be your knowledge, skills, life experience, unique perspective, personality, or simply your ability to connect, communicate, or inspire. The problem is, many people don't recognize their own value, so they keep thinking, I have nothing to begin with. But the biggest mistake isn't lacking value. It's not taking time to clearly identify what that value is. Start by asking yourself these 3 questions. What am I good at? Something people often come to me for help with. What problem have I overcome that I could now help others solve? What hobby or passion could I talk about endlessly without getting bored? If you answer these honestly, you'll begin to realize you're not as empty as you think. And that's the true starting point of every wealth journey from the inside out. Napoleon Hill once emphasized, your first real asset isn't in the bank, it's in your mind. Every skill you possess, every painful lesson learned, every experience you've been through can be transformed into tangible value once you learn how to shape and deliver it. For example, if you successfully lost 10 kilograms, you can write an ebook, launch a content channel, or coach others. If you failed in business and learned valuable lessons, you can mentor beginners. If you have a captivating voice, you can do voiceover work, storytelling, or content creation. Everyone has raw assets. The question is, are you aware and skillful enough to extract them? And once you identify your core value that becomes your first asset, you can turn into income, impact, and a lasting career. In the next step, we'll learn how to turn that value into an irresistible offer, something others are willing to pay for. Step 2. Unlocking zero capital opportunities. Once you've identified your internal value, your mental and emotional assets, the next thing you need is to find the right playing field to activate that value without spending a single dollar. The good news is, today's world offers you dozens of zero capital opportunities if you know how to spot them and have the courage to begin. Imagine this. Someone with no money, no connections, but who has writing skills and has overcome depression. With just a smartphone and a free social media account, that person can start sharing content about their recovery journey. From there, they can build a community and eventually sell an ebook, offer one-to-one coaching, launch courses, or get invited to collaborate. That's your first major leverage. Use content instead of capital. Here are 4 types of zero capital opportunities you can start tapping into right now. 1. Free content creation. Write blogs, make videos, share on social media. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be authentic. This is the fastest way to turn your knowledge into visible value and attract the right audience. 2. Collaborator or connector. You can connect people who have problems with those who have solutions and earn commission or gain insights from the collaboration process. You don't need your own product to start. 3. Sell services instead of products. Services can be offered immediately: writing, designing slides, photo editing, teaching, voiceover, consulting. You're selling your time and skills, no inventory or storefront required. 4. Leverage free platforms. YouTube, TikTok, Notion, Canva. All the tools to build a modern career are already free. The question is, will you use them? What all of these opportunities have in common is this. They require you to start with action, not with money, but with commitment. As Napoleon Hill said, only after you begin does the power appear. Money doesn't create action. Action creates money. In the next section, we'll learn how to build a simple system that turns these small opportunities into a sustainable income stream. Step 3, reinvest in your mindset. Once you've generated your first income, whether it's 200,000 VND or 2 million, don't rush to spend it or upgrade your lifestyle. Most people use their first money to satisfy personal desires. But those who understand the law of success do the opposite. They reinvest in their mindset. Why? Because what helped you earn that first 200,000 wasn't luck, it was your mindset, knowledge, and actions. And if you upgrade that, 200,000 can become 2 million. Then 20 million? Mindset is an invisible asset, but it has the strongest leverage. Reinvesting in your mindset means proactively upgrading the internal system before upgrading anything external. Instead of buying designer items, buy a book on building personal branding. Instead of drinking milk tea every day, use that money to learn a new skill online. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare who you are today with who you were yesterday. Here are 3 powerful ways to reinvest in your mindset used by the wealthy, even before they became rich. 1. Learn selectively. Only learn what serves your goal. Successful people don't learn randomly. They learn exactly what they need to solve their current problems. Choose books, courses, or mentors based on your goal, not on trends. 2. Connect with the right people. Filter your circle of influence. Every time you spend time with someone, you're borrowing their mindset. So, connect with those who expand your thinking, not those who shrink it with doubt and negativity. 3. Weekly self-review. Learn from your own experience. Every week, spend 30 minutes reviewing what you did well and what you can improve. The wealthy don't just learn from books, they learn from their own lives and turn that into strategy. Right mindset doesn't come from luck, it comes from conscious investment. In the next step, you'll learn how to build a simple system that turns mindset into income and automates the value you create. That's your 4th leverage point. Quote by Napoleon Hill. Imagine you're a 22-year-old guy, freshly graduated, with no capital, no connections, just a phone and a mindset that refuses to accept being poor forever. You start sharing what you've learned from books on social media. No one cares. You keep going. No one likes your posts. You keep writing. After 30 days, you have 10 followers. After 90 days, someone asks if you offer coaching. You earn your first 100,000 VND. 1 year later, you have 10,000 followers, you've written a book, launched online courses, and your income now surpasses that of the people who once laughed at you. Sounds like a fairy tale? But that's the real journey of many people who didn't start with capital but with an unshakable will to never give up and the right mindset. Napoleon Hill wrote in The Law of Success, "An idea, backed by faith and a burning desire, can become reality through persistent action and organized thinking." He didn't mention capital. He didn't tell you to wait for luck. He spoke about the power of mindset made tangible through consistent action. Right mindset isn't just positive thinking, it's seeing opportunity in adversity, believing in your inner potential rather than external limitations, turning life experience into shareable value, daring to start small, but think big, staying persistent even when no one notices. You don't need to be rich to start, but you do need to start to become rich. You don't need to wait for someone else to give you a chance. You are the one who creates your own chance by building value, building connections, building systems, and most importantly, you are not alone. You're walking the same path that millions before you have walked, from nothing to financial freedom, with one formula: right mindset plus relentless action. So if you're at the starting line today, ask yourself, am I carrying the mindset of someone waiting or someone creating? Your future won't be decided by where you are now, but by the mindset you choose to carry forward. Start today. You don't need capital. You just need a new belief and your first step. Are you ready to take it? If you've made it this far, I believe one thing. You didn't watch this video just for entertainment. You're here because there's something inside you, an unfulfilled dream, a desire to break out of the same old cycle, or simply the refusal to live an average life. And you know what? That is the starting point of all extraordinary things. I can't walk this path for you, but I can walk with you, giving you tools, real lessons, and strategies that millions have used to transform their lives. So here's a simple thing you can do right now. Alan Dodd. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon so you won't miss any videos in this powerful series on real-world wealth mindset. And if you're truly serious, comment below. I'm ready to start again with the right mindset. I'll personally reply to every comment and send exclusive resources only to those who take action. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start with one small step. And today is the first day of the rest and more successful part of your life. Let's begin. Right here, right now.